we are playing... Hang on, wait. Maurice has dropped his dice. Maurice has dropped his dice. He's like... We are apparently playing Numenera. Which is our latest obsession. And
are we going to call it Numenera or Numenera?
There's a little... I don't know. Numenera.
It's like the Numenera song?
Yeah. So, where we left off in the last adventure, these two had just dropped down into a mountain, which was like, well, I was going to say it would be like a sea, and they have...
Classic Numenera.
Yeah, watch the video.
Yeah, I don't know if I can explain it, but essentially... link in the description. And essentially, they were on an airship with a man named Aegis on the air, and his airship was called...
Hang on, wait for it. What was it?
The airship. He thought it was a very clever name because he thinks it's the only one in existence. And and they basically helped a community there. And Nathan's character had blown himself to smithereens.
I died.
Nice. And his amulet that he wears around his neck was placed on the other person, which you guys saved as a group in the first adventure. And Nathan's personality was brought back to life through it. So that's going to raise a few questions around it. Aegis of the Air is an ex-pirate who has turned legit. Right. A little bit like Johnny's character, actually, as well.
I don't know if I've turned legit.
Yeah, but you're on the edge. I'm not sure yet. Could go either way.
Cusp of turning.
And he's picked you guys up from Deep Mountain, and he's headed over to a town where he picked you up, Murray, and you guys have all kind of met up together. And Aegis has offered the three of you as a position temporarily, as long as you want to stay with him, to be able to travel with him from place to place and help him with cargo and negotiating and things like that. He is not the best negotiator in the world, so he's happy to give some of that over. He tends to make more enemies than he makes friends. He does know a good deal when it comes to him, though. So he's picked up the three of you and a whole set of very basic goods, food staples, essentially, to take to a place called Mist, which is up in the far north in the cold country. So imagine you guys get yourselves equipped with some kind of cold winter clothing, and you head off towards this place called Mist. And you are travelling through there. It's been a couple of weeks now flying through the air, and he's been using his navigation system where he's got Mist marked on his map. And what are you covering up because you don't want us to know? Secret.
What we spoke about
Oh,
pre-game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Excellent with the pigs, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't call it that, but...
Aegis tells you about Mist, which is a town which is built around a gigantic platform which has Numenera appear on this platform once a year. It could be random things, it could be anything, it could be large, it could be small, but every year many people gather around this platform in Mist to be able to await the arrival of whatever wondrous items are put through. It could be garbage sent through from some other dimension, who knows? But for them, they love it. And it also tends to be what the town is built around. So it makes its money off whatever strange things it sells. Right. And so Aegis is there to sell goods, staple goods, because they don't have anything in the far north. Yep. And hopefully be able to pick up some choice Numenera items as well.
As an outsider, do we get a chance to just take stuff, or do we have to buy it off the locals?
Well, it depends. You guys have a bit of a freedom there because you're doing trading. So most people wouldn't get that opportunity. Most people can't even get into Mist, because Mist is called Mist because of a force field which covers it, which usually protects it from a lot of the abhumans which surround the area, which are drawn to this site from all the choice stuff that's around there.
Choice, bro. It's choice.
And as you head towards...
I can't hear your ghost chips.
Murray's brethren.
He does such a good New Zealand accent, don't you, Murray? It's almost like you were born there.
Almost like I was born there, yeah. Just
not English.
Amount of people
who call us English.
Yeah, no one. There you go.
Yeah, we're New Zealanders.
He's the best of everyone's praise. Sorry, but we don't insult your heritage.
It's fine.
We're Australians.
Yeah. I heard you guys are getting a new flag.
There's a referendum on the new flag.
Wow. Yeah. What's it going to have on? A Kiwi?
Yeah,
Well,
it's a
it'll be-
kiwi with like.
It'll be really interesting. I think the most popular option is a black flag with a silver fern on it.
Oh yes,
Which
could
could
the All
be,
Blacks.
but yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what. It's just that whole idea that our flag is an English flag. It's like, okay, that's what our flag's been for.
Yeah.
Do you know? I really want to have it's a big New Zealand and a small Australia, just so that when they fly, it's just it's a big finger to Australia.
Yeah, West Island.
All right. So as
We lost all of our European and North American watchers.
Lord of the Rings.
everyone.
Okay, so Numenera. Hi, Monty.
So you guys head towards Mist, and
Yep.
as you draw closer to it, it's been a few weeks in the air, and you're a bit going stir crazy on board this ship. It's not the biggest ship in the world, so yeah, there's not a lot of room to escape each other from. And as you draw closer, you can see small campfires below you outside of this town, and using one of Agus's telescopes or binoculars or any other kind of device that he's got, looking down, you can see that there are strange humanoid collections of people, as if this place draws abhumans towards it for some reason. And they look like they're tribal in nature. They don't look like they're high tech in any way, but they do seem to be surrounding this place. But as you draw closer, you see that there is what looks to be a dome of mist, as if someone had poured mist into a glass, and you could see it just riding and moving underneath it. And as you draw closer, you can see that Agus speaks into a small gem that he carries on him, and the mist begins to dissipate. And as it dissipates, you can see below there are large glass structures built around a circle, essentially. So it's a town built into it's quite large actually. So it's a town. It's got quite a few people in it, and different structures. Some look like they've been built by the residents there, and others look like they've been there for centuries or millennia. And the airship drops down and lands on what is in the middle, a large platform with pillars on the four corners of the platform, where the mist seems to have been coming from. You can still see faint wisps of it coming out of it. And you land
on it.
You land on the corner of the platform itself. The platform has in the centre the doors wide open, and below, inside there, you can see that there is machinery moving parts beneath there. So the platform's flat against the ground and has two large doors which open up like this, and below is a pit which seems to open into whatever strange machines and devices power the shields.
Right.
Yeah. But you land on the corner, and there's a number of people milling around. People seem to be quite interested, and a large stooped man in what is quite gaudy robes, balding, and he seems to be quite old, very pasty skinned, but his clothes don't seem to match the temperature. And as the mist closes up, you can feel the temperature warm again, as if it creates a thermal layer. So this place keeps out the wind and the cold, it seems.
Okay.
And you land in there feeling the warmth kind of start to flush over you. It's
humid or dry?
I would say, I don't know, probably humid, slightly humid, yeah, from all the water and vapour in the air. And he comes over towards the ship, and Agus drops down gangplank, and you guys
Ex-pirate.
Yeah. Which has a bit of a pirate feel about it. And he walks down the platform, and he goes, "Hume, good to see you." And he puts his hand out, and Hume looks at the hand, and you can see this kind of puckered, like eating a lemon look go across his face. He slowly puts his hand out and shakes it. "Yes, good to see you, Agus. And who's this?" He looks over towards the three of you.
I am Jokan Palostris.
I can't even.
What kind of name is
Jokan Palostris.
Do you put your hand out towards him?
I do.
He, again, reluctantly puts his hand out towards you and shakes it, and you can feel the moist hand, and he smiles without smiling towards you.
I give him an open, toothy beam.
Good to meet you.
And you.
I am Magrin.
Magrin. These names are not familiar to me in this area. You have travelled a long way.
We have.
It's from the south.
He shakes your hand reluctantly.
My name is Exy.
Exy, your skin is a strange colour.
So is yours.
No, it's not. My skin is the correct colour. Yours is. Well, what colour is your skin? Because
It's
bluish.
white, yeah, bluish, whitish. It's
And are you like hairless?
yeah, it's like silicon.
So
There's no pores. It's like
I'm
just
thinking like Prometheus.
Yeah,
You remember
yeah,
the
yeah.
giants from Prometheus?
Yeah.
Only obviously smaller.
yeah. I got
You're nano.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. He I don't know. You probably don't shake his hand.
I does he offer to shake his hand?
No.
Because I don't offer either.
You just sort of look at each other.
I just look at him and go,
Well,
How can we be of assistance? In your fair city?
Agus has brought supplies. Now, well, I brought supplies along, of course, as is the agreement. And Hume, so sad that you came all this way. So sad. I'm afraid somebody else beat you to it, Agus. We already have enough supplies brought in. Agus, just the face, and he just puffs up, and you can see he's just dumbfounded. Yes, Jada came through here, brought in supplies just this morning. So sad that you came all this way. So sad, you can see.
first real smile of the evening. Yeah.
Is there anyone observing this conversation?
Well, you can see actually as you look past, people are moving supplies down into the hole in the centre platform from somewhere else further into town. Jada, who's Jada? It's like, oh, you haven't met her before. She is a trader. She's just found this place and she has all the supplies we need. I mean, of course, we could buy them off you for maybe 5 shins a box. But he's just...
Where is this Jada's supplies?
Well, they're moving it as we speak.
Oh. And are they moving them in like large bundles or?
Well, yeah, probably. They don't have any mechanical transportation, so they're moving like a barrel rolling it along, or they're carrying.
Is there a big pile of them anyway?
Well, they're actually piling it into a large hole where it looks like they keep their supplies.
I'm going to go and have a look over at the large hole, just sort of casually glance at the pile of Jada's supplies.
A couple of men watch you cautiously as you do it. No one stops you, but you can see that this is not something which they feel comfortable with.
Okay.
If 2 people are carrying a box, I'm just going to put a little bit of gravity on it.
Sweat.
What's in here?
They struggle. Some poor old man. You go over to the hole, and you can see that inside is large machinery. This goes down about 20 meters, and there is some kind of makeshift stairs. It looks like they built their own stairs onto it, and it winds down into this hole. And there are large chunks of supplies, barrels of things, dried fish that have been hung up in this area. This seems to be where they keep their storage, and also you see a few things which look like some interesting artifacts. Like maybe they keep their leftover Numenera here.
I twitch at the cipher living solvent in my clothing. I'll make my way back to my compatriots, and there's a large amount of supplies we could do away with them.
You know, Hume's
I'm just to at least.
Okay.
What do you think? We'd certainly get an Agus's good books.
There are many people here. I don't.
We might need a distraction.
Well, I could crush most of it, but what's the use?
Well, are you suggesting we steal it or destroy it?
I suggest that it becomes unusable, and therefore Agus's supplies are more attractive in price.
But if they know we did it,
this is our problem.
Do they care?
They need supplies.
They need supplies if they're destroyed.
And if Jada the Trader's supplies get destroyed...
Jada the Trader.
I see what he did there.
Yeah. It's good.
I used my imagination.
I like to alliterate and rhyme.
It's better than Jada the Pirate, I guess.
Jada the Trader.
What do you think?
Oh, look, I'll go along with anything.
Yeah. What do you have in mind?
Well, I have this. Bring out a small vial. Just living solvent. It dissolves 1 cubic meter per round, per a big chunk. So it will just basically dissolve straight through whatever supplies they've already bought, and therefore they would be forced to buy ours. If we can get it in place without being seen.
But yeah, I still have that teleporter.
Use it on last adventure.
Yeah.
I can just
You can make someone sleep, I guess.
Yeah.
I can float it in the air.
Yeah, I mean you've got your powers, which you can push and break things. So you could easily break barrels from a distance. Yeah.
Well, the solvent would eat through the barrels anyway.
Yeah. So as long as we can get it in the right spot, so I'll know where it is in terms of where it's positioned in the hole. So it's basically just over that edge.
How about this?
So if we can get that across there without being seen.
Our dear pilot will be disappointed if... Well, we will be disappointed if he can sell it at full price and not give us anything. We should maybe throw it past him.
How goes the negotiation, Aegis?
I want to see her here. I want to see her right now. We had a deal, Hume. We had a... pouring out of his mouth. He doesn't even hear. I want to see her.
I walk over to him, Aegis.
What is that amazing Numenera?
It's an oddity over there.
It calms me. I'm out of breath. I think maybe we should have a drink. Just
Yes.
let things cool down a little.
Grinding sound coming.
But it might be Jada's drink.
Is she in the tavern?
I think
She
so.
looks over at Hume. Oh, she might be. You see a smile go across his face. Genuine smile.
I suggest we leave the negotiations till later, Aegis.
We've had a long journey. I
Let's
think
go and have a
we're
drink.
tired, Come on.
Yeah. I
You
do.
hired us for our certain skills.
Would someone like to make a roll?
Yes.
I can convince him.
Pleasant social interaction.
I have social skills.
I have social skills.
So let's say
Don't do it.
I did 9. He's pretty worked up. So
Okay.
if you want to find a way to make it easier for yourselves,
So the social skills make it a different.
say diff 6. So yeah, sorry, diff 3, which makes it difficult 9 now.
Yeah.
But lingo's a little tricky.
And 2. Oh, yeah.
Whoa! Wow!
You hit him on the back, which is...
What do you say, Johnny? What do you say to him?
Woo! I don't know. What could possibly be one worthy?
Just say anything and I'll just react.
Oh, look, Aegis, don't worry about it. It's just a few shins.
Get your hand off me. You did this last time we were working together. I'm starting to think that maybe you and I should part ways.
Look,
Well, it's not
Take
like
it easy.
you're not making very much money.
His hand
I
goes towards like a weapon on his side. He seems itching. He's so angry.
I'm going to move him out of the way.
I'm going to give you a diff 12 because
Okay.
Johnny got a diff. Johnny made him worse.
What, my friend?
Hang on, before you're on, I didn't see it. Don't tell me what it is. Do you want to make it easier? Do you have social skills?
I do. I have pleasant social interaction.
Okay, so that takes it down to a diff 9.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, just let me know these things beforehand
Oh, sorry,
so we
okay.
can modify
Yep.
our diffs.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Cool.
Go for it. Oh, I didn't see it. Okay. What
What my friend is trying to say is I think we should go for a drink.
That's what we said.
That's exactly what you said. Yeah. He looks over towards you.
Did you not see the wink? It was amazing. Sorry,
The
those
way
are-
I...
You need to wink with your left
The wink
eye.
looked like this.
Yeah, because everybody else. I didn't see it.
Can we zoom in? Right on the page? And he goes...
Slow motion. Yeah, a drink would be good.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, mine too.
Well, there's the snow and ice. He gestured towards a large glass dome, which probably nowadays would have been some kind of glass house, like a hothouse for growing.
Great. Human environment, we're going into a glass house.
It's not like super hot.
I don't sweat, I've got no pores, I don't care.
It's cold, but it's not freezing. So
do you feel any temperature? Is there a direct route that takes us past the hole?
You can, let's say it is. It's further down, So he stomps towards it. He doesn't look left or right. He's kind of just stomping. Unless you want to just stop him, he'll kind of just keep stomping through. But you guys can slow down and.
So, when will we do it when it's all in the hole?
Well, I think if there's a big chunk of it, we might just dissolve all of that.
Well, I can just crush most of it. We can dissolve the rest of the tank.
But that's going to draw attention to you, whereas it dissolving.
Yeah, who knows how it dissolves?
Who knows how it dissolves? Whereas with someone who's,
Numenera.
What do you reckon? Should we try it?
I reckon.
Let's have a stealthy.
It's daytime going on, like it's afternoon, so there are people moving in and out of this area.
Does it look like it's going to get moved quickly, or will it be?
So they're piling stuff up.
And
so what could happen though is the doors could shut.
Yeah,
so that's your only risk in it all. You have no idea what their time system is or anything like that. So.
But
you could definitely
in the bar we'd be able to get that information. So
there are areas which they just dump stuff and then they walk away and then the next person puts some stuff in somewhere else. So
the people who live here dress particularly differently to the way that we are dressed. Like could we fit in as locals?
A robe style, slightly Japanese in its style. Yeah.
Should we go and find out at the pub when the doors will shut? When they'll be finished.
Well, there's people around, so you can ask them.
Well, let's just ask people around. When do they think they'll be finished with that job?
You probably finish up. They here later on tonight, so probably they'll just keep. They've got a fair bit of stuff to put in. So
tough work in the dark.
He gestures towards the pillars, which are slowly starting to glow with some illumination.
I think I need a drink.
Your character. Do I need to get a drink?
Well, actually, that's a good point. Do I need to drink? I get my little thing and wipe it across the hand.
You wipe it across, and you feel slight pain and electricity pass through, but nothing. It almost hurts to do it, and there's nothing there. Yeah, it hurts.
Ow.
What is wrong, Exie?
Nothing's wrong. Let us continue. To a drink, weren't we?
To a drink.
Alright. You head over towards the tavern, or as you walk through the door, you can see. I might put some Sirenscape on. Let's go with a friendly tavern. It's drinking time. It's drinking time. As you walk through, you can see this is actually doubles not just as a bar, but also there seems to be a community meeting area. There's lots of chairs around here, lots of tables. People, seems like this is where the town comes to eat and share their food and everything. So it's quite a communal kind of town.
Yep.
There is a bar, however, which is a semicircular bar, quite large to service quite a lot of people, with a few bar men and bar women. Barmaids. I don't know how it's appropriate. What's the appropriate thing to say?
Wenches.
Remain PC.
This ain't
Bar
wench. There's a futuristic word for it.
Which is equal opportunity.
They're behind the bar and they're serving things. There's other people walking in. It looks like the cooking area is separate from the bar itself, and there's large pots over fires where there's ventilation up in the top of the glass domes where the smoke goes. And however, this place does seem to be lit by an artificial light as well. So the lights are slowly glowing.
Right.
So it seems like whatever powers the machines going here is also working the lights and everything around the place too.
Is there anywhere that's got like a window or an opening with spare seats that's facing back towards where we just come from?
Yep.
That Exie and I won't be able to sit and
it's a
play
glass.
with.
Yeah.
Oh, but is it open, or there's glass in the way?
There's glass. Yeah, you could stand in front of the doorway.
You can
but
see
glass is see-through.
Yeah, not so much the seeing; it's the sending things with gravity.
We could
flying.
scoot them out the door. Yeah, no, probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, not in here. You might be able to get out the door, but it's a tricky thing to do.
All right.
Yeah.
Magrin, take Aegis and get us a drink. I'm going to surreptitiously bend down and do my shoes up, meanwhile leaving a small container of liquid solvent. Actually, do you think you could get that
I'm
over
lifting it
there?
up in the air.
Exactly. But we don't want to be seen by anyone doing it. So if it was to fly out of a bar, who knew who threw it? Who knew who dissolved the supplies?
It could happen. I just
Your arm spasms in pain as if electricity. What's it called? Where the muscles clench.
I'm not well today. I'm not well at all. This new body, it confuses me.
Like you're being interfered with.
Violating.
Someone's
interfering.
I don't want to. But
No.
this is the plan.
Yes,
yes.
of course.
Make it so.
I will do it.
Okay, so you guys start playing it. Johnny, you're heading towards the bar.
With Agus.
Agus storms.
My best
storms
friend.
over. And he sits down. He doesn't sit down because you guys are sitting at the table, I imagine. So he stomps up to the bar and orders a drink off one of the women. A man comes up to you, dressed in robes that seem to shift and move with images similar to what Nathan's character used to have on his arm. Until very recently. And they shift and move across it and they seem to glow slightly. Cool. So, and he smiles at you warmly.
Nice
Strangers! Yeah, strangers. My name is Thost. I run the bar here, of the Ice and Snow. What can I get for you?
What do you serve in these parts?
Well, we have some of the finest imported ales and wines.
Do you have anything local?
We have difficulty growing things in this climate, so... No, but we do have some amazing wine. Just brought in today, in fact. You see Agus hears this and just tosses his glass across the table, off the bar. Give me something that wasn't brought in here today. They give him an ale or something, which looks slightly like it smells a bit old. And
Do you have any wines from the cellar? I've been here for a while.
Yeah, bring us the wines that I brought last year. There you go. Yeah. They're going out of these sorts.
Something old vintage.
You can get the wine from this year, or you can whatever.
I'll get the old stuff.
Yeah, you get the old stuff.
Yeah,
Cool,
I gotta make it up to Agus.
a couple of shins. He asks for a couple of shins, and you get past it. Now, can I get you something to eat as well? Food here is mighty tasty. In fact, very fresh. Brought here only today.
I'm not feeling hungry.
Are you hungry?
Oh, we're still at the front. Are we?
Yeah,
we're doing our table.
Yeah, we are.
I'm waiting for you to manipulate gravity.
He passes you the drinks, and you guys head back. Agus slumps down in his seat and just glares at the wall and drinks his thing. And best wine I've ever drunk. Imported stuff from who knows where.
Patience, Agus. Patience.
Grind.
You should. Are we with Agus now again?
Yeah, he's come over to us.
Go.
Agus, your supplies, if they were to dramatically increase in value, what is the value of that to you?
What is the value of my stock dramatically increasing? A loss! What are you talking about, XI? You're always talking in riddles. Speak plainly. Like this gentleman, not like you.
I would say in this case, we might lick some actions. Who knows where those actions came from? Speak louder than words.
Now you're talking in riddles. Speak
I know.
plainly.
I apologise.
Why can anyone talk sense around here? I'm going to sit over here. He sits over at the table next.
I pull his wine out of his glass. And he's like,
Careful.
Gonna bubble.
That's a shin's worth of alcohol there.
okay.
You see.
And then I just slowly put it back in his glass.
I see what you mean.
Excellent.
This new
I'm
form
glad
of communication.
I'm glad we all speak plainly. Actually, if you could.
I got this. I get the. Now, is the door open? Just give me a.
Your character's a Jokan.
Mm-hmm.
Could you make everyone look the other way, Jokan?
I scan around the bar.
Maybe
Everyone's just sitting around having drinks. No one's really paying attention.
Tell one of your stories. I'm sure the people here be drastically interested
Yeah.
All right.
in your stories.
I look. What is there above the bar somewhere? Is there anything?
Today's wine.
No. Is there like any paraphernalia? You know how bars have paraphernalia and
Yeah, shotgun. It's called shotgun.
There does actually seem to be a number of different, almost like portraits or in gilded frames, and these images seem to shift and move above it. So they seem to be slightly Japanese in the style. The whole place has a bit of a Japanese feel about it. So,
nice.
Almost like the old style. What's it called? Brushwork.
Right.
Yeah,
Calligraphy.
calligraphy. So calligraphy.
Okay. All right. I'll go over to the bar.
I've got the thing there. I'm just like.
Yeah, you start to levitate it. So while you're thinking, do you want to make a first roll on to be able to manipulate this? So it's going to cost you. I would say you're going to have to put some effort into it to be able to read, because your powers are not this fine tuned. So this is going to take a lot of concentration to be able to do.
Especially the distance you got to.
And the distance, yeah.
Thanks, team member. Teammate.
This is why Johnny's such a good GM.
And I was going to say, it's like he's GMing from the player's seat.
I just love it. Thank you, Johnny.
What do you call that? Backseat GM?
I just want to help you.
Hey, if you like his GMing, comment in below.
Don't.
We call
You
him.
can tell even as Johnny sits here as a player, he's a great GM.
Yeah, he's a deputy GM today.
So what kind of diff are we talking about?
Probably a diff. 3?
Yeah, so that makes it 9.
Yes.
Yeah, plus the difficulty.
Okay. I use almost now noticing that he's causing the biggest distraction, which we're going to have to make.
I'm about to distract
and
him.
we're going to make it.
You're gathering your powers. It does feel difficult because of the pain in your arm.
I know, which is really that.
Yeah.
I'm actually doubting my own powers.
Yeah,
doubting everything. I'm kind of.
Have you done this before in this body, and does it work?
Yeah, I'm.
Okay, so make your first roll. So if you want to use some effort, you're going to cost you some intellect.
Yeah.
And if you want to use your edge, obviously.
Yep.
So factor of 3, -3, -1.
I totally didn't do the other things. I'll just put 2 effort because I didn't put my new stats in.
Do you want to use all your effort then? It's going to cost you 5 to do both tiers of your effort.
I think
-1 for your edge, which will take it to 4.
no 2 edge.
2 edge, so it'll take you down to 2. It's pretty good actually. So it costs you 2 intellect.
Yep.
+1 for your power, using your power, which is 3 intellect.
Yep. 3 intellect. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm really gonna try. So
all right. So I'm gonna say, because this is really actually stretching your powers beyond what you could probably do.
Yeah.
I would say that we'd be talking about div 18, so which drops it down 2 levels because of your effort. So
if it's a 50-50 roll, I'm gonna
so we're talking 18, 15, 12. Do you have any skills in this area?
Numenera. I understand the movement of the.
So let's do div 9. So you're a bit above 50-50.
For me,
It's a 55.
it might seem like an easy roll, and I'm just letting it out
Would you like Johnny
there.
to roll? Oh no, wait, you've got a 1. No, he's not a
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready?
Bring it.
So div
Better
9.
GM
Div
in
9.
Div 9, you can do this. I don't know why I'm encouraging you.
I was about to say, come on. 50!
Yay! Just before he.
Okay, I quit role playing forever.
So mark down your intellect as you mark down your intellect. That sounds it. As you start to move this, and
And I basically am standing there with
Do
my
it.
arms out wide, my white streak in my hair, and I speak in a big booming voice. Bring me an ink and a brush. I feel like a calligraphy competition.
everyone in the bar.
It's like Friday night.
I did this the other day, so you know.
Everyone starts to go quiet, and they all look towards you. Oh, he's about to do something amazing. Whoa.
An ink, some ink, and a brush.
Well, got these fresh in today.
Host, I need. Be a good host, Host.
Oh, of course, that'll be 2 shins.
Like, for free.
He passes you over some ink and
Right. Who will be my canvas? You look like a likely lass.
She stands up and she walks over towards you. I'm surprised you remember me, Jokan. I haven't seen you since our days in the city.
Shh. I blush. Yeah. We will talk about it later.
You were always so sweet when you blushed.
Turn around. What's she wearing on her back? Yeah. We'll talk about it later.
Turn around.
Did you bring your bag?
She turns around.
What has she got? What's the clothing on her back?
She seems to be dressed in travel gear.
Okay.
And so she's in quite practical gear, but she has a leather jacket on, which seems to have a symbol which you recognise from the old days on her back as a painted symbol across her back.
Okay.
Have you painted this back before?
I've got my swirling ink.
How are things, Jokan?
I'm going to draw a.
I'm going to ignore.
No. So as I'm answering, I'm beginning to do a calligraphy on her back of a rising sun.
Cool.
So basically, at the bottom of the jacket, I'll do a hill and then a sun in a big circle. And as I do that, they've never been better. And then I basically...
So,
yep.
So you'd normally be like a pretty easy diff 6.
Yep.
But because you just got slightly thrown, we'll say diff 9.
Okay.
So if you want to change that with any skills you have, or put effort in.
I might have to use a flex.
So normally...
Oh, but well, I've got flex,
Mary,
which gives me a
say
willpower.
normally at the start of the adventure, you would say what you flex at the start of every day.
Okay.
So I'm happy to be flexible in this one. So if today is your painting day...
Okay.
More
willpower to concentrate on what I want to do rather than be distracted by...
piano performance.
I'm not sure what kind of skill that is, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Cool. Okay. And I might,
So diff 6 now?
Diff 6? Yeah.
So you got 25% chance, roughly.
Yeah, we'll go.
Oh! It's not the greatest painting you've ever painted.
Yeah.
It's a little bit wobbly with a few drops of sweat on it. But yeah, you do it, and it looks pretty
cool. And
especially when you wink.
What does the crowd do that's gathered to see
Yeah,
this?
like, that's amazing. That's one of the most average pictures I've ever seen.
such flair for such an average painter.
Yeah,
we don't see artists.
But I did it.
A lot of the women are gathered around
Okay.
and checking out the picture there. Yeah.
But I did it with panache.
Yeah.
What
It
does-
does. It looks the flourishes there. Yeah, and a couple of people go, I wouldn't mind buying that. I wonder if he's selling it, kind of thing. So you just arrived in town, did you, Jokan?
Yeah.
She turns around.
I did. With my friends over there.
I only arrived here this morning myself.
Dun.
And so what have you been doing?
Well, this and that. A little bit of trading.
Oh. Your name wouldn't happen to be Jada.
Well, of course. You would know me.
Well, you may have changed your name.
People start to talking.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, I did, didn't I? It's been so long since we saw each other. In fact, when was the last time we met? Did I hear Jada?
Yes. Aegis.
Comes over.
The diplomat.
Jada, this is Aegis, my trading friend, who we arrived later today than you seem to have.
I do remember someone mentioning an Aegis coming last year with supplies.
And making an agreement to come again today.
Yes, a contract, one might even say.
We're going to need some teeth, Numenera, soon, I think.
Regrow.
I'm sure it exists.
Meanwhile, everyone's back backs are turned, so you're actually bringing it in quite well. Johnny, what do you want to be doing in this moment? There's a bit. Agus has moved on. Where do you want to be?
I think I might go stand with Exy and just
Drink beer and watch.
Well, I'm not going to watch what he's doing. I'm going to watch everyone else to see if anyone's noticing what he's doing.
Cool. Okay.
Just kind of on guard.
So what gave you the thought to come here and trade, or indeed to get through the mist shield?
Well, it's a bit of a trade secret, really. But everyone's watching. I found something that allowed me to move large objects over large distances very quickly. Yeah, I've got one. It's called my airship. I brought it here last year. I have a contract to make and deliver on. She ignores it.
Yeah. I see. That could be very, very useful, but surely you might tread on other traders' toes.
Well, first in, best dressed. I'm afraid Huma's already bought all my supplies.
Ah, so you won't be staying?
Well, I may stay the night. There's talk of the Numenera arriving tomorrow morning. And I would like to see what kind of items I can purchase with all my new money that I have.
You made a nice healthy
My
profit
money.
then?
Sorry.
You made a nice healthy profit then?
I did.
Excellent.
When you didn't have to factor in shipping. Why don't we get a drink? Why don't you get out of this bar right now?
Yes, I believe that the older vintages that the bar has are phenomenal.
Well, I've heard that they're stale and they've gone to vinegar. Vinegar? This is the best drink. He winces at his own wine. Best drink I've ever had. Oh. I'm going to get you to make one more roll. As you see, one of the people that taking cargo walks past. So I'm going to get you to make another roll to stop the
Now,
item. And
since it's another turn, do I get to use the effort again or not?
You can absolutely, yeah. So it's going to be another 2.
Yeah.
Cost you another 2.
So that drops.
And we
plus
said
the 1 for moving, so it's 3. So I'm down to 11.
diff 9. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
It just goes, that's a roll you made after you quit role playing forever.
Come back.
The person's feet
You're a
move.
new man.
The person with the cargo moves their feet and you dodge it between their legs.
And then go back again and go through it again. And just
I'm getting into my body.
this barded pretty good.
And you get it right over where you think you remember the largest section of cargo to be.
And I drop it down very gently.
So you're dropping it down, fantastic. Meanwhile,
Yes,
so
Jedi.
that's now taken care of.
Let us drink and talk about the old days.
Why don't you just get out of here, Jedi?
Hagus.
Why don't you just get out of here? Now!
I grab his arm.
You are over there.
Are you
walking
sit
back?
on his
Oh,
feet?
yeah, cool. Okay, so you walk back in. Cool.
Draw my rapier to try and skewer it through the. So it's a pistol he's drawn.
He's drawing a buzzer, yeah.
So basically through the. Basically, going to put my rapier blade through the.
Your interpretation.
Trigger guard. There you go.
Ooh.
The trigger guard and take it off his hand as he does
Alright,
it.
so let's do 2 rolls here. So first of all,
Alright.
Johnny, do you want to make a roll to see if you can grab his arm?
Absolutely going to use my edge.
So this will be a speed roll, I think, because you're trying to be really quick.
Yeah.
And I'd say both of you, it's this.
Yeah, and my edge too. I'm going to use my edge.
Okay, so factor that in and cut down anything. So
Was it an
edge
intellect?
costs 3,
It's not smart.
unless you... Sorry, edge, effort costs 3. You're doing edge, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So takes it down. Well, doesn't
No,
cost you
you-
anything. You're not doing any special powers, so you can use a...
You
Just-
use the edge so that you don't take off as much from your pool.
Yep.
So
when
you want
you're
to use
using
it
effort.
to make
Yeah.
it an easier roll for yourself? Alright, cool. So now you can use your edge to -1 off that.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Cool.
So,
Okay. So now it's did, so it takes 2 instead of 3.
I'm just going to roll
Okay,
regular.
And so you are trying to grab his arm. That's pretty simple to do. Yours is slightly harder.
Mhm.
So I'm going to say yours is a diff of 6 and yours is a diff of 9. Oh, did it and
10.
Nice. Your hand goes on and grabs him and stops him, and it stabilizes it just enough to go straight through. And he looks over, his death pouring out of his eyes towards you both. Get away from me!
He's got nothing in his hand.
It's up there somewhere.
Yeah.
Hi.
Jada, you can see that there's a number of quite burly people standing behind her, which are dressed in similar garb to her, and they are reaching towards for weapons as well. Jada stands in front of him, feeling pretty cocky. Listen, old man, your time has come. It's time to go now. Why don't you leave the Numenera to me and just go home? Head blast. He slams his head into her and she just knocks backwards and all hell breaks.
Alright. We tried our best to try and defuse the situation.
There's got to be a tavern brawl. Let's go to tavern brawl.
I think we all feature in
It's
Tavern
on
Brawl,
for
don't
young and
We
old.
do.
Yeah.
And
the minstrel's playing in the background.
Brawl?
This is.
Okay, brawl.
It's on for young and old.
Okay.
Alright, so Nathan, while this happens, it drops down out of sight.
So I have it dropped, but I haven't crushed it because I've got my hand ready like this, as if then I go like that, and then it will just the gravity will come in on it.
Well, it's below the eye line, so
It is,
you
yeah.
don't know what's happened below there, but you're pretty sure that you've got it spot on.
Yeah.
You're on natural 20, so it's
Yeah,
pretty safe.
I
Got it on there.
I assume that I not only hit the right target, but I've controlled the goo with gravity as it's going down, and just got the actual
Yeah.
supplies.
Yeah, so you have to check to see for certain what you've done, but as you turn around, you can see a hand.
I turn around and I'm
And
like, what have you done?
Alright, let's make initiative rolls. So your diff is diff of 9s.
3. 12.
3. So Nathan, you're acting last, you're acting first, and so it goes you, then them, the burly guys behind Jada. 3 of them, and then you guys after that. So what do you want to do?
I'm going. So they're all wearing robes?
They are wearing robes. No, these guys are dressed in more practical travel clothes, and they have things like swords, and two of them have daggers, and one of them has a sword.
Okay, cool. I will go for the one with the sword. He's going for his sword?
He hasn't acted yet. So
Okay, cool.
It's totally
I'm going to. So I've got my buzzer on the end of my rapier.
Yep.
What? On the end of your rapier you have a
That's
buzzer?
what I did. That's what I did
Aegis.
to get
You weren't watching.
Agus's gun off by putting that through his trigger guard.
Yeah, it was just totally in character. I didn't know.
I'm going to whip it back. Can I try and hit one? What I want to do is cut the belt on the guy with the sword, so that basically his trousers and his sword fall, leaving him naked in a bar. Fun.
So you're not aiming for damage, you're aiming for
I'm just aiming
speed.
for finesse.
Yeah, cool.
Finesse
I like
attack.
it. Okay, so the diff is 9.
And I'll be saying-
because you're aiming, I'm going to say it's diff 12.
Okay, and I'm going to be saying, keep your pants on
No.
while I do it. And that gives me,
Takes it down by 1 level.
Yeah.
and +1 to anyone who can see me. Because I've done
So
that
remember
with
that,
finesse
plus
and
1 to
skill.
the roll.
And,
Okay, and you got skill, is that right?
yes.
So it takes it down to diff of 6. He does it. It cuts through. His pants fall to it. You see embarrassment across his face. As they fall to the ground. The buzzer would go flying off the end of that, and it lands across onto the bar. Let's say. All right. The first guy pulls his pants back. That's his turn. That's his turn. Jada is stumbling back, so she's out of it. The other one goes towards you with his dagger, and the other one goes towards Aegis with his dagger. So the first guy on you. So what kind of resistance would you like to do?
I'm going to try and dodge out of the way.
Does it right? So it'll be a speed roll.
Yeah, so just use an effort.
If you haven't used an effort yet this turn, you can
Not
definitely
this
use an
turn, I
effort.
haven't. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Taking number 3.
So it's diff of 6 now.
Okay.
And so you are sliding out of the way.
Cool.
Go for it, make a roll. No. So it goes into you and it cuts into you, but it only does 2 damage, which you absorb onto your leather jerkin or what you've got on you. So it slices across it.
Essentially, daggers can't hurt these.
No, if they use effort or if they do a critical, they're making pierce it. And then the next guy on Aegis, would someone like to roll for Aegis?
I'll roll for Aegis.
Okay, so he's trying to dodge out of the way. Let's say his is a diff 6 because he's... No, actually, he's furious. It's diff 9.
Yeah,
He's not dodging.
But he gets bonus.
Alright, he dodges... Yeah, he takes it. It hits into him and it skims across his thick clothing.
He's actually bleeding and like going everywhere. He's just like...
He's raging. Alright, you two are now...
Oh, he got a +1 as well, so... if he could see me.
Oh, so here's a diff... Yes, yeah. Which means do you get it?
No, this is anyone who can see me.
Okay, cool. Okay, so now it's you guys go. So Johnny, I think it's your turn.
Yeah.
Next.
So I've...
You're pretty close, so you can jump in.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go in with my dagger and hand blade thing. Which I'm sure I have handy. That's what I do.
Yep.
At the...
This is your regular dagger, the one that curves out from your Numenera.
Yeah, the Numeneron's the hand blade.
Yeah, cool.
And
So it.
But in my other hand, I've just got a regular dagger.
Cool. So one in each hand. Which one are you striking with first? Because you're 2-weapon fighting.
Indeed.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with the hand blade first.
Okay, cool. And that's the sound that will happen. So
That was the sound
against
that
this
he
guy.
made when he lost his
Yep.
voice.
Now this is the guy who are you attacking the one who's attacking Jakan, or are you attacking the one that's attacking Aegis?
The one that's attacking
Or
Aegis.
the guy pulling his pants. I would say it's a D6 at this moment.
Yeah, he's vulnerable.
He's pretty
Plus, he's the one with the sword.
Yeah.
He's got
Well,
the...
kind of, it's on the ground.
Well,
It's
yeah.
good.
He only got
No,
the
I'm
sword.
gonna get the one that hit Aegis.
Okay, go for it. He's probably the closest to you. Anyway.
Yeah. And
So you slice across him with your blade. You're gonna
thrust
use the-
at him with my blade. Like a
Excellent.
punch, but with a blade.
Cool.
So that gives me one. No, it costs me 1 light. So
Yep.
Plus you want
Which
light.
you can absorb on your edge.
okay.
You want to do extra damage? No. Wait. You strike at him, and yeah, what happens? You slice into him, cut him across the.
Yeah, I think I cut him across the shoulder.
Ah, cool. And you do.
I do some
3
amount of
points of
damage.
damage. Yeah.
Some
yeah.
amount.
3 points. And then the dagger
Then
to
this
the
is your
stomach.
special dagger, isn't it?
It's just a regular dagger.
Oh, this is your regular one. Oh, yeah, cool.
Dagger to the stomach.
Actually, that's 4 points for the other one, so that's.
Yeah, 4
Yeah.
points for the hand blade.
Alright. And that hits too, so you're and then the other one goes in.
Slice
and
and
then
dice.
slice. You can do an X.
3
Oh,
points.
3 points as well. He is blood pouring out of him. He's not feeling well. And face is going really
just
low.
like shink, shink,
Yeah, you see, if you're Xy though, you could easily do X, but M's like...
Next turn.
He starts bleeding. He's like W.
What are you going to do, Nate? What's Xe going to do?
I just look at the guy with the pants, pulling his pants up, and just go push.
He's going to shove him across
And
the
because his pants are still at his knees, so he's
Oh,
got
so
no
he'll just
balance.
fall.
take out his legs.
No,
Trip
take
him
it.
inside.
No, top heavy.
And he
Because
comes-
he's-
Because he's the balance.
Because he's like just.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I said diff 6, so it takes you 1 power, but you've got an edge. Do you want to do extra damage with it? Oh, you just shove
You
it.
don't
Are
do
Are you
damage.
actually, yeah, cool.
But I'm guessing that because he's put his sword, he's still got his sword in his hand. It could be difficult.
Yeah, well, let's see how you roll.
Let's see how I roll. Ready? What's a dip?
So, diff 6.
Yeah. 5.
Reroll.
No, 6. Because it's a +1.
Oh,
yeah!
Woo! His head trips. Head hits the edge of the table, and you see him go down below the table line. You can't see, but you hear a definite "oh" as he drops.
This poor guy is not having a good fight.
He's like this. He's like, I'm gonna. Oh no! Ah! And you just like wink at him.
Oh, yeah.
At Magus' turn, he totally ignores the 3 combatants and
Yep.
goes straight for Jada.
Of course.
He has reaching for his own sword, and he goes to slice down at poor Jada, who is feeling a bit woozy. Would you like to make a roll for Jada?
I'm
against him?
rolling.
Attacking an innocent woman.
I don't think she's innocent.
Well,
So diff of I'm gonna say diff of 9 adjusted.
she's
She's
running, and he's just like.
Well, she's kind of backing away because her head just got slammed, but she's starting to focus now.
Okay.
Alright, so now it's your go.
I'm going to basically, having taken that shot from the guy who's stabbing me, I'm going to stab him with piercing.
Yeah, cool.
And I'm going to...
You haven't hurt this guy yet, have you?
No.
Yeah.
So I'm going to... Yeah.
Alright.
macking.
with a bit of panache.
Well, I'm down, sort of doing a sort of one leg split. Just gonna jab him up in the thigh if I can.
Yeah, cool.
See,
I
you-
try and open the artery.
The funny thing is that you do that a lot.
What?
That's your signature move. You just
That's it.
split.
It's got
Like,
the
I've seen. It's
See,
like
if I was younger and more, I'd actually demonstrate it, but I'm not.
on the
I need a mini. The
Ready?
shows
Ready?
this post. Yeah.
Alright, so you do the splits. Oh!
Oh!
And you hear a slight tear. It doesn't hurt, but it's slightly embarrassing.
There's going to be a guy on the ground. And you've got a massive split.
I wink back at him.
And he stabs towards
Oh,
you.
come on, bring it.
So, yeah. Diff 9.
Oh!
19.
Oh, okay. So he stabs in towards you, and you're vulnerable.
I am.
And he gets you right into the shoulder, doing 5 points of damage.
5.
To you.
Oh.
Didn't he roll?
19.
He rolled a 19.
Oh, you don't. Sorry. Oh, no, that's right. Yeah. So no, the splits,
Oh, right.
the splits absolutely means you.
He's
get
just
out.
Yeah, so he stabs at me where I was, and it's like, I dodged that a little bit.
You've dodged. And you've both gone.
Accidentally.
Johnny, the second guy on you,
Yep.
he's looking. He's going to run. He's pretty wounded, so
Yeah.
he wants to get out of there. So if you want to let him, he will run. You can catch up to him next turn if you want to, but he is turning around.
He'll leave a blood trail.
And so
He turns to run.
do I get a chance to kind of
Yeah.
stun him?
Next turn you can take a couple of steps and try and get out. All right, and then Jada on Aegis. Jada goes to kick him in the groin. And Johnny, do you want to see what
I love the
happens?
height. This is like the height of sci-fi science fiction. This is where mystical meets magical, and the move she does is kick him in the balls.
She
For the viewers at home,
kicks the
What?
guy whose head was down with no pants on, smacks him in the butt.
No, the one is Aegis.
No,
That's a
this is
defense.
her hitting him.
Yeah,
So
and he rolled a 1 in
he rolled-
defense.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still getting confused.
Oh, was that not her attack?
No,
No.
that's his defense.
this is
He's critted. Oh.
He critted his defense.
He
Which means she takes double damage.
goes down. He goes
like
down
a
there.
sack of shit.
Oh my goodness.
Rage gone!
Doubles
Just
over.
unconscious. Falls to the
I
ground.
haven't seen a testicle hit like that.
It's just like
Johnny.
tears streaming down his face. Every like curled up in the fetal position, just rocking.
There's almost a silence. There's almost a silence of mourning as every guy in the room turns his head
Yeah,
and goes.
and we got the. Is there an oh sound?
I don't know which button.
It's
is
the one,
it?
the one that
Press,
was open face.
baby.
That one, yeah, that one.
Oh.
Every man in the bar is like,
Johnny, your go. What are you going to do? This guy's running away.
Well, if he's running away, I'm not going to chase him.
But you can see Jada's over there has just scored a good hit on Aegis. She's close by. And
Can I
this guy,
reach
this
her?
guy's
and
just stabbing it.
Yeah, you can move towards her as quick as you can. Yeah. You can step over a crumpled body of Aegis on the ground.
He's like, you see,
I don't know. What's the pirate code? Does a pirate attack a woman unarmed?
But she's a pirate.
I think it's up to you.
Yeah.
What would you use?
What would
No, what would
Megan
your character
do?
do? Because I know what you would do. You definitely go for it. So,
Such an evil person. Do what comes to your heart. She could kick you in the balls. She's
Yeah,
going
you
other way.
don't want to risk that one.
She's
I
like,
don't reckon she's gonna fight unless aggravated. So I'm gonna attack this
Guy that came
the
me.
guy that came at you.
Oh.
alright, cool. He hasn't been hurt yet.
No.
He's just been
I tried.
humiliated. He hasn't been hurt.
What? Humiliated.
Well, as in,
Oh, as in
completely missed.
Yeah.
Can I reach him in this go?
Yeah.
All right. I will stab at him.
With your which blade first?
Hand blade first.
Alright, go for it.
With
Do extra
with my
damage?
thrust.
Yeah, that's a hit.
yeah.
Plus one.
Plus 1 too, yeah, 10.
Plus one. So that's 4 damage.
Yeah, you strike at him and I don't know, wherever you aim for his arms or his,
Yeah.
across his chest.
You finished
What's
the
is
W.
he?
Well, he stabbed. So he stabbed at me. So he probably got his back.
So you
to
step, if
him,
Murray's, if your kind of dropped down, then you step over, he's on the ground there, you step over him and
Well, I reckon I'd go for his wrist.
Yeah, cool. So you
His
slice
hand.
at his. I'm gonna say he's injured his hand, but he's not. He can still hold it.
He doesn't drop the
He
sword.
didn't roll super well. So yeah, but he's definitely feeling blood is pouring out off his hand. All right, and second
And my
shot.
second shot.
Yeah,
Can I? How?
you can
no.
put effort in and do extra damage.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Cool. Okay. Diff of 9.
John.
So does that bring it down to diff 6?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Diff of 9. Sorry, but you hit anyway. But you do extra damage. You do an extra 3 points of damage. So you do
16.
You do 5 points of damage all up.
Is 16 a bonus?
No,
not quite.
17.
enough.
Yeah.
So
How does he go down? He's down.
I reckon get the arm first and then kind of keep going.
He's leaning
And just-
forward, so you strike his arm and just straight in the chest.
No, I reckon in the stomach. But like bury the dagger in the stomach.
He looks
Maybe
at
give
you.
it a bit of a twist and then pull it out
And he drops down to Murray's height.
And Murray's like,
And so yeah, he's
again. And Murray
gone.
just goes.
Thanks, man.
Actually, what do you do?
It's the last thing he sees.
You can still pick on this poor guy who's on the ground with no pants on and everyone.
Is he unconscious or is he still?
He's still going, he's been injured. He's just been humiliated.
Got no
Okay,
pants
I'll
and
be
he's behind the
back to the
table.
He's bashing head, but it's super
Okay,
damage.
alright.
Yeah. He's probably taken one off that.
in my, I'm just gonna say as a character moment, I'm just getting incredibly angry, like incredibly angry. My arm is like zapping, like
I've just done something amazing behind here, people. You people aren't even noticing it.
Yeah.
No,
It's a good thing.
my hand is zapping from and just frustration of not
Was
being
it
able
near
to
at the
see.
time, or was it?
So I just go along and get gravity in the air, and I just go along and I do
2 tables.
no, just grab his arms
Oh!
and just
Oh!
in gravity.
Painful.
This is
the poor humiliated guy.
So I'm guessing what you want to do is use your effort to do more damage.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
so-
doing.
Yeah, cool.
2 effort.
Alright,
to use
so-
damage.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool. This poor guy,
Will
he's
never-
stumbling and trying to get up, and make a roll. Diff 9 though, remember?
Will never pull
Yeah.
up his trousers.
for it.
This is my anger moment. So
So that'll cost you 2, just to let you know.
yeah, so I'm down to.
Oh! Someone just rolled a 20. Someone just rolled a 20 on his catch skill. Alright, make a roll.
Player character. Whoa, hang on. Who else? Oh.
5.
No.
Plus one.
Something-
Plus one is, no, it's diff 9. Diff 9.
But something
The
shredded.
tables on either side of him just
They just kind of disintegrate. It's like, oh,
you grab, but you're so angry, you grab the 2 tables on either side and just rend them to pieces.
Yeah,
And just splinters of wood go flying up everywhere.
yeah. I'm
It's
and
dramatic.
My hands are just, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, of course it's only like 6 seconds in the Pathfinder system. But then I just go like this. I lift both my hands up and go to the next person.
Prepare, yeah.
Is
What are you gonna do?
Jada facing away from me?
No,
Maybe just kicked.
no, she just kicked him, so she's facing kind of just at an angle to you.
Okay.
You can get to it.
Okay. On with the basket of my rapier, I'm going to punch the back of her knee so that she's.
Well, you're
drop.
down on the ground too, aren't you?
I'm down
so
on the
you
ground.
can
So I'm
sweep.
sweep.
Yeah,
sweeping
cool.
the Back of her
Okay.
knee.
I like that.
With the, what to?
The basket, so just
right.
so just to punch, basically crumple her and get her out of doing any more damage to boys.
Yeah, well, her knee is elevated where it's just slammed into
And then,
it.
so on the other leg, I'm going to punch
Yeah,
the
the
other
leg
leg.
will
so
hold
she's
her
Yeah,
gonna
weight.
yeah, I like that. That's cool.
Cool.
Alright,
And
dip of 9.
bring it.
Oh my god. What would have happened? What did you have done?
She has an elevated knee.
As I go to punch, my other hand drops onto the ground into the bowl of ink that I spent the painting doing, and it basically splits. I'm like
You're
blocking all over. I'm going to do something.
We'll say you're partially blind.
Yeah, partially blind.
And yeah, it's gonna maybe
Oh,
extra difficulty in the next round. Okay. Your face is nothing's gonna
I
get
got
this
black
back out.
My hair is
It's so goth right now. Okay. So Jada has just taken out Aegis, and she goes and grabs the buzzer off the bar. So that's what she's gonna do. So she's stepping away. She thinks she's dealt with it. The other guy who's got no pants on has just seen 2 tables explode around him, and he just crumples and like fetal position. He's freaking out.
Yeah.
That's his action. Agus is out now.
And the other two are dead, aren't they?
And the other one's fled.
One's fled and
and
one's
the other
dead.
one is definitely dead.
Fled
So Johnny,
and dead.
what do you want to do?
How far away is she's got her back to me now because she's going to the bar.
Yeah, she's gone. She just walked over to the back coolly and calmly. She didn't see what you did.
Yeah.
So she's all coolly and calmly up and picks up the buzzer off the table.
But is she facing her? Or is she still
No,
going?
she's got her back to you now.
Okay, so I'm gonna sheath my dagger, and I'm gonna turn my ring around and just
Yes.
sleep induce.
Alright.
Ah, yeah.
Let's add the speed roll. I'm going to say it's div 6 because she's got her back to you. So you're going to hit her with it. I'll just get to see if there's any if it's automatic or anything. It looks automatic. Yeah, that makes sense to be automatic. Go for it. So Johnny's got a ring which has a little needle on it, which is
Got
cyphers.
a sleep cipher in it.
It was really fun when you were experimenting how it works. I wonder what
How
this
does it?
11.
Yes, yeah, you hit her on the back of the neck. She looks at you,
And then
touches her neck, and you see you look down, you see the buzzer in her hands, and then she just crumples.
she's gonna sleep for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
It's not like
Oh, okay.
And
I like that you want to reassure us.
it's okay. Guys.
Like,
Well,
I'm blind. I'm like covered. I don't.
everyone's kind of stopped and is looking around. Yeah. And Nathan, what do you want to do? It's all quiet. Everybody's down except for the guy in the fetal position.
and then I just.
On him, you squash him flat. I'm gonna say div 6 because he's not going anywhere.
We had dead.
I'm angry.
Yeah,
I'm really.
Go for it. You hit him with a final blow. So you got easy
17.
That's an extra damage.
With
Plus one.
the 2 extra effort
Yeah,
for damage.
Make sure you mark that down.
Yeah.
He. What happens? You smash him into the ground. I mean, that's enough damage to easily kill him.
Yeah. Just. Did blood. Just not good.
Yeah, everyone looks towards you, and you're standing there, electricity probably playing across your hands.
Yeah.
And
I look at my hand and I'm just like.
you go see it too.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, you're right.
What?
I'm not crying. This isn't mascara.
I look at my hands and I fall to my knees and I just keep staring at my hands. I'm just like.
The electricity slowly dissipates.
I stand up. Must I always suffer the tears of a clown? I grab the nearest towel and wipe my.
Yeah,
Just
cool.
get
You
the
start away.
ink
You push it.
Yeah.
Into your face. Get some alcohol.
Yep.
Rub it in. Awesome. Everyone goes quiet, and then slowly you see people start to chat again. Thost comes over. I'm assuming you're going to pay for this.
Pay for what?
The tables, I saw what he did.
He was nowhere near the tables. What are you talking about?
Definitely paying extra for the drinks.
What drinks?
I don't know what
The
you're
drinks you
talking
just bought.
about. We didn't buy any drinks.
Jada was buying drinks. She's obviously drunk too much.
Yeah.
Stomps off. Goes over to get a broom and start to collect up all the little splinters. Because that's what
He's
it's
not
like.
going to mess with this after
No,
he's seen
no,
that.
no. I'm going to go over to Agus.
Jada, he's passed out.
Yeah, I might take him back to the airship.
And Jada.
And Jada.
Yeah.
All right,
Why
let's
not?
do it.
Okay, you take Jada.
I'll put Jada over my shoulder.
And
And I'll put Agus
you
over
pass
mine.
Axie on the way out, who
And
is
all
on
his-
the ground.
And just got his
Are you
finger
going to come
and
with
just
us?
wiping his arm.
Your hand is starting to really hurt from the muscle
And
contractions.
And I'm just wiping the thing over it, and it's just hurting and pain and shaking, and there's this vivid mark of where I've been rubbing, and it's worn the skin, the fake silicon down, and it's just become clearer, and there's this like blue underneath, and I just keep rubbing it, and there's blue start gushing off the sides, and I'm just grating my arm against this.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's like
You leave Axie there,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys take these two back to the ship, and we might just take a break there. I think it's probably a good place to stop. Awesome.